Holy shit. 2 videos in one day. That is, pretty rare on this channel. But yeah, hi again. Yeah, this still isn't the VTuber video, I'm sorry. There's actually another thing I realized that I want to talk about, and that's actually Trans Day of Remembrance, which happened a couple days ago. I'm not sure which day it exactly happened on. I know, I'm such a fake ally. But no, I actually just wanted to make fun of the fucking idiots who, essentially used that day on Twitter to be super right-wing. Like, I'm pretty sure at some point I saw some mother being like, You better keep that trans bullshit away from my children! Like, okay, Karen, you can sit down now. So, let's make fun of some people for their stupid bullshit points. I actually ended up finding out about all of this, like, stupid stuff because, Danny, Mr. Danny Dyer ended up making a post, a positive one, not like a transphobic one, about Trans Day of Remembrance, and I saw the hashtag, I clicked on it because I wanted to see more posts and maybe like have some good vibes, but no, it was all trash. On this Trans Day of Remembrance, remember that a trans shooter murdered 6 at a Christian school after writing a manifesto of anti-white hate that was covered up by politicians and law enforcement. First of all, I already see a problem. Christian school. Goddamn, I went to a Catholic school for 10 fucking years and it destroyed me. Like, sure, okay, it was actually safer than like a lot of the public schools that I could have been put into. I grew up in Florida, trust me. I remember even like fucking passing by a school that my mom thought about transferring me to because obviously a private Catholic school is gonna be costly, and she was working her ass off for me, but she thought about putting me in a public school, and I remember crying in the car because I was like, I don't even remember, I think I was like 12 or something, and one of my friends was like, oh, I heard that school somebody got like shanked there like recently, and I broke down crying because I was just like, I'm literally 4'11" and I'm a nerdy kid that no one likes. I can't imagine me doing much better in a public school when I already get bullied at fucking Catholic school. Like, do you realize how sad that is? Anyways, moving on. Not saying that like all Christian schools and Catholic schools are bad, but just like sometimes, you know, they're sometimes not the most accepting, you know, like they like to preach that, you know, love your neighbor like you love yourself, unless they're fucking a weirdo, you know, just beautiful. I love it. Anyways, let me not kid anyone and say like, oh, it's okay, the shooter was trans or something like that. Like, no, that's still horrible that they essentially killed 6 people. It'd be horrible if they killed even just 1 person. But let's not pretend that just because they're trans that we should like hate on all trans people. Do you know how many cis, white, straight men have committed school shootings? A lot. And yet I'm not here being like, oh, cis white men are trash, they are all killers, because obviously that's not true. Let's just use this as a case-by-case basis and say, okay, that person definitely was a bad egg. That doesn't mean all trans people are bad. There can be good people and bad people of all sorts. Let's remember that, shall we? On this Trans Day of Remembrance, let's remember that some trans people are trans because their parents decided they should be. Now, that's kind of like a weird thing. I don't know exactly what they meant by this. They have like a TED Talk there, which I'm not gonna fucking watch because it's like 8 minutes long and I can't fucking be bothered, dude. But like, yes, I have heard of some people just essentially almost being sexist / transphobic by literally trying way too hard to seem not transphobic and being like, you know, my child is definitely trans because they're a little boy who plays with Barbies, so that must mean that they're actually a little girl. It's like, dude, that's not how it works, okay? I know plenty of women women who like to play with cars and dinosaurs and things like that, and who like, I don't know, fucking Transformers and other things that are considered like boy stuff. I know guys who like dress-up games and pink and other things that are considered feminine. They like baking and shit like that. So it's like, that's not a gendered thing. Like, people can like whatever the fuck they want for whatever reason they want. I also have to agree with one thing. I think that people should allow their children to essentially decide for themselves by the time that they're like 18, if they really are trans. I mean, you can still identify a certain way, but I don't think parents should be helping their kids get like surgery or anything else that might, you know, affect them long term, when, you know, there's a lot of things that factor into being trans. There are some like mental disorders that actually get mistaken for gender dysphoria, like body dysmorphia, for example. I've known about women who are still women but just don't like having boobs. As simple as that, you know? Like, parents should not decide or push that onto their children just because they think that, because I know from experience, from family, that a lot of times, even if you live with somebody for a long time, that does not mean that they necessarily know you as a person. There's so many things that my family doesn't know about me or doesn't realize about me, and even when I try to talk about it, I don't think they fully get it. So, you know, it's hard. That doesn't mean that like you don't know anything about your kid, but just like keep in mind that you don't know everything. Let them figure themselves out, okay? You don't have to be a part of that. That's kind of their journey to have. That also doesn't mean that like parents can't be supportive, you know, just be like, okay, you figure yourself out, you know, you do you, whatever you decide, I will still be supportive of you, because that's how parents should be. They should be supportive of their children and give them any sort of help that they may need, you know? This one was just kind of funny. On this Trans Day of Remembrance, I'd like you all to remember that time I roasted a bigot so hard they deleted their account, and it says, I'm a fire truck, you must call me a fire truck. And she responded with, I will respect your wish and call you a fire truck, but only because you can fit 8 guys inside of you at once. That's such a good comeback, dude. Oh my god, this is so stupid. Transgender Day of Remembrance? What a sick joke and a slap in the face to veterans. What the fuck does this have to do with veterans, dude? What the fuck are you on about? Are you okay? I can't. This is so fucking stupid, dude. The woke crowd can't stop playing victim, pretending to be oppressed is their obsession. It gives them a false sense of purpose. Now, I do think a lot of people who are considered like an oppressed group end up like almost victimizing themselves further when even nothing is going on. Because I've seen it a bunch on Twitter, believe me. I've seen a lot of people just play victim or throw out the like, I'm actually gay or I'm trans card to kind of excuse themselves in certain situations, or call any sort of criticism like, you're just transphobic, you're just homophobic, when it's like actual criticism. But like, that doesn't mean that there aren't actually victims of like violence in the world. Trust me, I've seen plenty of people just be flat out transphobic. I mean, look at all of this shit. It's just sad. Anyways, I think that's enough of the like negativity for now, and I'm seeing like a lot of positive posts, thankfully. But I think the saddest thing in all of this is the fact that most of the like liked posts are the far right ones, which are just like, all trans people are invalid and they suck and they're all fucking school shooters and murderers and they're terrible people, just because they heard about some trans people being that way from the news and they've never actually met an actual like genuinely chill, cool trans person. I mean, for fuck's sake, I had to actually like flat out ban people from my channel because some people didn't realize that I do support trans people. When I was talking about the Pika-Me situation, they thought I was against trans people, and they started just saying transphobic things and acting like they agree with me, and I was just like, no, just no. I don't even think they listened to half of the video, because if they did, they would realize that I'm not against trans people. But you know, some people are just too fucking stupid, I guess. I guess to end this video, I'm just gonna bring up this person who decided to comment underneath one of my very old videos about something trans related with just pure transphobia, and I pretty much responded with like, who fucking asked?
Biologically, you were born this way. That means you are this way.
If we're gonna argue about biology and shit like that, I'm sure you're probably one of the people who also believes that a lot of mental health disorders don't actually exist, because there's nothing biological that could actually, I guess, prove some of them, yet here we are diagnosing people with those problems because they actually show that they have certain psychological issues. Just because you can't physically see something doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. If somebody feels like they are more comfortable identifying a certain way, just let them do that. It's kind of none of your business. They aren't a part of your life. You know, they're minding their own business, they're living their own life. So why does it bother you so much? How small does your pee-pee have to be that you are so bothered by somebody living their own life, doing their own things, and not at all interacting with you? Like get a life, dude. Like, do something. Find hobby. Do something with your life. Anyways, I think I'm done rambling for now about this topic now. And now I'm gonna go back to actually making the full-length VTuber video. Like I said, it's gonna be a long one, so it's probably gonna take me some time to still get it together. I've never made a video this long, and it's kind of difficult for me to process. I might have to even run it through a few people, because I really want to get this right. I want this to be a very, very good video talking in depth about the VTuber community, because I'm also hoping that it kind of helps people, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that I didn't know about when I went into doing VTubing. Stuff that I really wish I knew. Stuff that a lot of people don't really talk about as well. So maybe it'll enlighten some of you, some people who I know have like said in my comments like, oh yeah, I've thought about being a VTuber. Hopefully it'll help you, you know? Anyways, see you guys in the next video. I'll try to get out as soon as I possibly can, whenever that is. I've also been just feeling under the weather. It suddenly started snowing yesterday, which is exciting. Now I've become a fucking weather reporter, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, I'll see you guys. Oh, wait. Last thing. I swear to God, it's the last thing. I am thinking about streaming again, but this time I will probably be multi-streaming both to YouTube, to Twitch, and to Kick if I can. I mean, we'll see. I want to get to as many platforms as possible. So yeah, I don't know when exactly I will start streaming again. You might occasionally see me pop in here and there just to like say hi, but I don't think I'll be streaming like as much as I did before, where I was trying to like stream every day or at least stream every week. So we'll see. I'll see how things go with my schedule right now. I just want to focus on getting a job and making like a couple of videos like right now. But if you see my stream up, pop in, say hi, say hello, point at me and call me stinky, whatever the fuck you want to do. Anyways, bye.
Don't worry, I'll be gentle.